Howdy, this is Benjamin Boyce. So Jordan Peterson's got a new book coming out, Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life. And then what happened was that Penguin Random House staff confronted management about the company's decision to publish a new book by controversial Canadian psychologist Jordan Peterson in an emotional town hall Monday, and dozens more have filed anonymous complaints, according to 4 workers who spoke to Vice World News. Emotional Zoom meetings have got to be just par for the course right now. And, people, if you do have any sort of recording software on your machines, absolutely, as so far as it's legal for you to do so, record these emotional meetings about people melting down over things that they shouldn't probably be melting down around. So 4 Penguin Random House Canada employees who did not want to be named due to concerns over their employment said the company held a town hall about the book Monday, during which executives defended the decision to publish Peterson, while employees cited their concerns about platforming someone who is popular in far-right circles. Actually, far-right people in those circles don't like Peterson because he's an anti-identitarian. Quote, "He is an icon of hate speech and transphobia, and the fact that he's an icon of white supremacy, regardless of the content of his book, or the fact that he's not an icon of white supremacy outside of your narrow little leftist circles, I'm not proud to work for a company that publishes him." A junior employee who is a member of the LGBTQ community and who attended the town hall told Vice World News. The problem with aligning yourself with these kind of histrionic, ultra vulnerable behaviors, being very, very fragile, and then saying that you're a part of a community, you give off the impression that that community is filled with a bunch of fragile people. That's really bad press for your community. I just want to say that. Another employee said people were crying in the meeting about how Jordan Peterson has affected their lives. Somebody said that their father got radicalized by Peterson, and another will be negatively impacted, or their non-binary friend will be negatively impacted by this book. How so? Exactly. How so? Other than they associate him with these bad things. The company since June has been doing all these anti-racist and allyship things, and them publishing Peterson's book completely goes against this. It just makes all of their previous efforts seem completely performative. Are you just now catching on that this stuff is kind of completely performative? Or did you really expect your very narrow viewpoint to become the standard for all of the companies across the world? These companies will stop publishing things for money, and they will just pay you out of the grace of their heart and cater to your every whim. Quote, "I feel it was deliberately hidden," the book was, "and dropped on us once it was too late to change course," said the junior employee, who is a member of the LGBT community. I don't know why I have to say that again. The employee said workers would have otherwise considered a walkout, similar to what Hachette employees did when the publisher announced it would be publishing Woody Allen's memoir. Hachette later dropped the book. And they say cancel culture doesn't exist. I like all these junior employees really thinking that they are on the right side of history and therefore have the ability to shape history towards their whims. They don't seem like they understand where money comes from or how it's made. It seems like these people are very elite. They went to these colleges that catered to their fragile egos and now think that all of a sudden, now that they are in the workforce, they can do whatever they want and tell everybody what to do. And if you actually look at stories about different newsrooms, you'll see that everybody is kind of catering to the whims of these ultra radical kids that come out of college. Who's to blame for that? The employee said when Peterson previously came into the office to talk about the book, they would kind of do it secretly. They knew what they were doing wasn't right, and they knew so many people in the company were upset about him. Just because they know that you guys are going to throw a fit doesn't mean that they think you're right or that they're wrong for, publishing a book. So self-centered, so fragile. The employee said they believe Penguin Random House Canada is publishing Peterson's new book because 12 Rules for Life was incredibly successful, but that wasn't a part of Monday's conversation. They're not going to acknowledge the reason they're doing it is for money. Why are you working there if not for money? Maybe these people just are all volunteer junior staff members who don't need money in their life. I feel that would be the more honest route to go rather than making up excuses for Jordan Peterson, they said. I know they said Jordan Peterson like that too. The employee said that the company's diversity and inclusion committee aired concerns about how this will affect their authors. We publish a lot of people in the LGBTQ plus community, and what is the company going to do about making sure these authors are still feeling supported by a company that is supporting somebody who denies their existence? All the workers who spoke to Vice World News said if the book isn't canceled, they would like Penguin Random House Canada to consider donating the profits from the book to LGBTQ organizations. They actually left out the plus there. They just denied the existence of the plus. They said the company has not elaborated on how it will respond to the critical feedback, but as the book is being published in March, it will likely go to print soon. That was pretty interesting. That cancel culture doesn't exist, except that it does, and that it's usually, largely it's pushed by these junior employees who infest these institutions and then do everything they can to run them into the ground. Or, in other words, try to make them as woke as possible and broke in the process. So I guess I would maybe say just at the end of this video that you can pre-order this book, and that might be a way to signal that these employees are full of crap. Short, brief little episode. I hope you guys are getting ready for the American version of Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are going to have a pleasant feast. Stay legal or don't, depending on how tight your restrictions are for being social in this brave new world of ours. I hope you guys are well. Talk to you soon. Good night. Where are we going?
Cody?